What's up, humans? Matt Van Pelt here. Wanted to make a video today about Thailand basketball because a lot of people know that I've spent a lot of time in Thailand, so I'm constantly getting questions about the basketball scene here, when the leagues are starting, all the teams, and people kind of always asking me for updates on Thailand basketball. So I thought I'd just make this video and kind of inform you guys about what's going on in the country here in Thailand. I am currently in Bangkok, Thailand, and I've played for about 5 or 6 teams out here. I know there's some OGs out here who have been here for a lot longer than I have, but I've been out here on and off for about 4 years now. Played for a couple teams in the Super League, a couple teams in the TBL, played in the Top Flight Gold League, in the Warriors League, in the Rip Curl 3-on-3, some few other events. So I've been around for a while and kind of have a good feel for what's going on in Thailand. But the thing about Thai basketball is that it's always changing. The rules are always changing. The dates of the leagues are always changing. So people keep asking me when the next league is going to start, when the league after that will start. And the truth is, I don't know, because they all change constantly. And often things are decided last minute, a couple of weeks before the season begins. But generally I have an idea of when everything will begin. So Thailand has one team in the ASEAN Basketball League, which is one of the best leagues in Southeast Asia. That's about 10 countries covered in that league, so there's a lot of traveling. And Thailand has Mano Vampire in that league, and they used to have High Tech also in that league, and also the Slammers were in that league, but now it's just Mano Vampire. This is a 7th-month league where they travel all over Southeast Asia, and so that is probably the top league out here, but right now only Mano Vampire represents Thailand in that league. In Thailand, specifically for the country here, they have a lot of leagues going on as well. Currently, there's actually 2 leagues going on at the same time. So there's the TBL, the Thailand Basketball League. This consists of 10 teams, and it's currently in the second half of the season, in which the bottom 2 teams did not make the second half, and only the top 8 advanced to the second round of the season. The first half of the season was played in one gym, and now in the second half of the season they have home and aways, and playoffs will be starting here in September, so the league's finishing up. And some teams, there's 2 or 3 teams in the TBL that also play in the TPBL, the Thailand Professional Basketball League, which is a similar league. It was just started by Mano. Mano kind of broke away from the TBL and started their own league, which is the TPBL. This one only has 6 teams. It has 2 Mano teams. It has SWU. It has PEA. It has, forgetting a couple others, but yeah, it has High Tech also. There's 6 teams in that league, so it's a much smaller league. I believe only 1 game per week, but sometimes they can play on weekdays. It's not always weekends, whereas the TBL is always weekends. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. Both are in the second half of their season, so they'll both be winding down now. The TBL is ran by BSAT, Basketball Sports Authority of Thailand. Basically, High Tech runs the show there. That's the top team currently in the TBL. In the TPBL, Mano kind of runs the show there with running the league and everything. But both are 3-month leagues. Shortly after this, they might have a 3-on-3 pro league in Thailand. After that, they will likely have the Thailand Open, which is about a 1-month league, and only 1 import is allowed in that. Whereas in the TPBL and the TBL, 2 imports are allowed. And then they also have the D League, which is no imports, it's only for locals. That's also a shorter league. I believe about 1 to 2 months, closer to 1 month. That's the D League. And then they also have the TBSL, the Thailand Basketball Super League. This is an international league which allows, usually about half the teams are from Thailand and half are from overseas. I actually played for a Vietnam team in that league before, where we lived in Vietnam for half the week, then we traveled to Thailand for the other half of the week, and played our games here in Bangkok. So that's an international league. It used to allow 2 world imports, which were usually Americans or Europeans, and then it would also allow 2 ASEAN imports from the Southeast Asian region, often Filipino players. So you could essentially have 4 imports and 1 Thai player on the court at the same time, but those rules might be changing to just 2 world imports. It's not for sure what the case will be next year, as the imports are also, or the rules, sorry, are always changing. They also have a few pro-ams out here. They have the Warriors League, which has no restrictions on imports. A few of the pro teams also play in the Warriors League. Some of the teams that play in the TBL, they kind of circle from the TBL to the Warriors League. And even a lot of the guys who play in the TPBL are also in the Warriors League. And then there's the B Pro leagues. B Pro is a gym in Thailand. There's about 5 or 6 of them throughout Bangkok. Some of the nicest gyms Bangkok has to offer. Just small gyms, but beautiful courts, nice rims, all that. B Pro has a league. There's a few pros playing in it. It's basically a pro-am. A lot of foreigners who just kind of live in Thailand. Guys teaching who used to play high school ball, maybe some college ball, things of that nature. A lot of guys playing, as well as a lot of Thai people playing. So yeah, there's a lot of leagues going on. TBSL, TPBL, TBL, Thailand Open, the D League, possibly a 3-on-3 league. You have Mono in the ASEAN Basketball League. So there's a lot of leagues going on, and there's also tournaments, regional tournaments. I just played in one in Bang Sayan. There's some down south near the islands. And so there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of opportunities. If you are interested in playing in Thailand, I'm well connected with a lot of teams here. You can just tell me your interests, and if I know of an opening for you sometime, I can try to connect you. I've sent quite a few players here. I sent 3 players here this season in the TBL. I sent about 3 players last season to the TBSL. So there's always opportunities here. You just got to kind of keep monitoring what's happening, because they won't really know for sure until a couple weeks before the season starts. At least that's usually how it goes. But there's a lot of good things about Thailand basketball. Some of the stadiums are beautiful, like Mano 29 Stadium. It's a great court. It's a brand new $1 million facility that Matt Van Pelt runs. And High Tech has a nice gym. There's Su has a very nice court. A lot of the courts are hot though. Not all of them have AC, so you will sweat if you come play here. That's a given. But yeah, there's a lot of great things about Thailand basketball. There's some not great things as well. As far as like, there's not always the greatest fan support, because sometimes a lot of the courts and a lot of the stadiums that are played on are outside the city, and kind of there's not always great parity. There's a couple of top dogs that usually run the show, and you kind of know who's going to win the league sometimes before it starts. Whereas the bottom teams don't really have any fans. The top teams have all the fans. That kind of happens here. And but all in all, it's a great place to come play. I mean, Thailand's a beautiful country. It's cheap. You can live well. People are friendly, and it's just an awesome place to play. And then if you get a chance to travel while you're here, the islands are beautiful. The food is good. So Thailand basketball has a lot to offer. So if you want to know more about it, you can connect with me, ask me more questions. But like I said, a lot of things happen last minute, so I kind of have to follow the updates from the leagues as they come, and just kind of wait and be patient. That's how it goes out here in Thailand. But yeah, hopefully I could give you a little bit of info about it. Appreciate you guys tuning in.
Big fella. There we go. And that's all day. All